All right. What's up, y'all? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Greetings. Yet another day we get to spend together, y'all. Welcome to the morning messages. My name is Alami. Welcome if you're new here. Welcome back if you old. Um, as you can see, I'm feeling full of energy, and I love that for us. Join me as I get into these live intuitive morning messages every day, Monday through Friday, at 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 Eastern. I do a live collective message, a live reading, channeled message. Each day, the topic is unbeknownst to me. So, give me a moment to just settle in and anchor in the energy. Whew. Uh, just a reminder if you ever want to stay connected beyond this ecosystem here, visit begreateveryday.com. And all right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. So, um, life is such a funny thing, right? Life is such a funny thing. Um, we just never know what's around the corner, right? We never know what's around the corner. I don't know how you just joined my life like that. How did that happen, I wonder? Oh, wow. I have no idea how that just happened, but something magical just happened. I'm sure it's something in the settings. You might see somebody passing by in the background. Of course, that's my partner, Victoria Lee. Okay. I don't know how you just did that. Oh my God. How did you just do that? I want to know how you did that. Y'all forgive me as we figure out how to operate in this ecosystem because y'all know I don't know. So, did you join from the community? Okay. That's not a problem. I want to know how to leverage that, how to engage that. So my mind went through, okay, was she? Okay, because I don't want to stop and start over. I want to just let it go. But that's okay. That is hilarious, bro. I was like, wait, what? Okay, that's comedy. All right. Um, so let me rebound and bounce back. That's hilarious. And I'm gonna leave it. So, anywho, welcome to the morning messages, y'all. Hopefully the chat is on so that you all can engage because y'all gotta know. If you know me, you know that I do not know how to navigate these technical things with precision. So forgive me as I kind of move through the bumps and bruises of learning this platform and how to really navigate it in conversation with y'all. But that was funny. Anyways, let's get into these live intuitive messages. Obviously, I'm drawn to bring a deck to the conversation. Again, if you are new here, if you don't know what ecosystem you landed in, because she certainly didn't know, that is so funny. My name again is Alami Bashir. I'm an executive coach that happens to be intuitive. I welcome you to the morning messages. This is a space again that I host these live intuitive messages. Normally not with the on-site counterpart, but yeah, that was a weird technical glitch. Anywho, go to begreateveryday.com if you want to learn more about me, what I be doing, how I be doing it. Okay. And again, that site is under construction, as is many things in my life you will learn. However, You can find out the basis of how to stay connected, how to tap in if you want a live intuitive message for yourself, privately and personally, as well as human design reading or any other service or coaching opportunity. Woo! That we got in store. So I want to get into this deck because this feels like where I need to ground the message today. Um, yeah, I started out before the interruption, before the distraction. I started out this conversation talking about how life is so funny and how we just never really know what's around the next corner, right? Positively, as we might say, and quote, negatively. We never know what's in store in this day, okay? You know, these morning messages are meant to help you set an intention for the day, but I don't know what's going to go on in your day today. You don't either. Although you may have a schedule, we just never know what is going to cross our path. And so I feel like today's conversation is really around building that kind of resilience in our day. So many of us have a really fixed way of functioning where we like to have kind of systematic practices and routines that create order and structure in our lives, which we know is that's a value added thing as a mature adult, especially. You got multiple responsibilities, you got to keep yourself organized. But sometimes in our plight to gain control over our life experiences that we can anticipate we know will happen, going to work or caretaking people or, you know, going to the grocery store, like there are things that we know are just fundamentally a part of our lifestyle and routine that we want to plan ahead or we want to kind of organize systemically how we approach it. There's nothing wrong with that, quote unquote, wrong. Okay. There's no problem in that. Okay. However, okay, the challenge is if you don't have an ability to adapt, okay, an ability to really pivot, uh, to be flexible, is what one might say. And we know that in general. Okay, we know that life is going to happen and unexpected things will occur, but our ability to really hard step pivot in real time is really directly connected to our mental health. Okay, it's very much directly connected to our mental health. Okay, because what happens when we going about our life and with our anticipated outcomes and what we expect will happen next and who we'll see and what we'll do, all those things, and then these unexpected occurrences start happening. Like a flat tire or run into somebody you haven't talked to in a long time, or all of a sudden there's a brand new opportunity or there's a death. All these hard pivots, some of us have a real difficulty with that. Okay. And I'm talking about from the smallest of pivots to the more impactful ones. Spilling something on your outfit before you leave the house is not life or death. It's not detrimental in the grand scheme of things, but that might really ruin somebody's day. And maybe some of you have been so disrupted by something as small as spilling a little coffee on your outfit that the rest of the day you feel super insecure and ugly. You know, it's like the smallest of things that can disrupt our peace. Is what I'm here to talk about. It's like the big things we expect our human condition to take over. We expect in a grief and loss experience, we expect sadness, we expect tears. We expect those kinds of experiences. So we're not judging ourselves around those things, but it's like when it goes on too long, it's like if there's some other layered condition on top of it. um, I'm sorry, forgive me, I got distracted a little bit. Point being, from the smallest of challenges to the deepest and most heartfelt challenges, our ability to navigate the pivot, to be able to shift and navigate the shift in an energetic terrain, as they say. It's like being able to find ways to self soothe, finding ways to be more resilient, finding ways to make sense of things that maybe in the moment at surface value don't really make sense. It's like our ability to be adaptable is a life skill. Okay. So I feel like that's what we're talking about today. Hello, 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 hello. Um, it's like, how adaptable are you? How flexible are you when something that you didn't anticipate comes your way? And of course, this energy is more likely resonant for us when it's something we don't prefer. Most of us are not complaining about life being a problem when it's something that we actually desire is happening. When blessings come in and opportunities come in, we're not real hard pressed around, why did this happen? We're just like glad it happened, right? But let something that we don't desire occur, an outcome that we didn't anticipate and that we never would really want. Okay. Let that occur. How well do you pivot under those circumstances? Okay. So, um, yeah, I'm going to pull some cards. And it feels like it's speaking to ways to help you be more adaptable. Okay. How to be more adaptable to change. How to be more adaptable to change. And it's also given an energy of like a needing to prepare for change. Okay. So it might be some expected change that you already see, um, some milestones or just occurrences that you can already see is coming down the pipeline. Like, you're already kind of mentally preparing for those changes, but it's like being able to just change when change occurs. It's not something you're controlling to make happen, but just life happens. How well do you do that? Okay. And what are some of the strategies you use? What's up, T? What are some of the strategies that you used? Okay. It's a lot of energy around like really identifying how you pivot. Okay. When something is posing a problem for you, how do you make it not a problem? Okay. Aside from trying to take outer control over the circumstances, how do you pivot? How well do you pivot? And what do you do to pivot? What are some of the strategies? Okay. And here's the thing, most people are not that committed to their personal growth to be paying such close attention to how they are creating outcomes in their life. We do things sometimes with conscious intention, but the large majority of us that is functioning in this realm is functioning in a very unconscious mode. So we're not always kind of literally tying together the dots between what we're thinking and what we're doing and what we're choosing. We're not following that pattern of our success, but that is actually what self-mastery is when you start to follow that pattern of success is what am I thinking versus what am I doing and then versus what am I choosing and what is driving all of these actions, okay, or non-actions. Okay. So welcome if you didn't know that this is what I specialize in, is teaching people how to become more aware of that process, of that inner um, pathway that we are all on in our own ways, in our own minds. Is there's a math that is happening in your social. They're saying your social experiences. Okay, there's a math that is happening, not just in you, but in others as well. Okay, understanding what drives you to think the things that you do, think and to do the things that you do. Okay, and to decide for and against certain things that you welcome or not welcome. Okay, it's like making sense of why you do those things. Okay, will help you to better understand how to become more adaptable. Okay. All right. So I had two decks. I had that first one, and then just nothing really came out of it. So um, let's see what we get here. Feels like strategy, how to be more adaptable. Okay. And so I do feel like it's worth writing down this journal prompt. Okay. writing down this journal prompt. In what ways can I be more adaptable? Okay. In what ways can I be more adaptable? Okay. Those of you just starting your day, take 5 minutes and write that for yourself. Explore that for yourself. In what ways can I be more adaptable? This is actually something I've been working on in my own life, is paying attention to ways I can be more adaptable. I'm a very principled person. I'm a very principled person, and I draw clear lines in the sand around certain opinions or certain attitudes that I have. And I come to realize in my mature age, in my big age, that I could stand to be more adaptable and more flexible and more, um, I won't say forgiving, but more accommodating. And this is something that I'm actively working on it in my life. This is what it looks like for me to be more adaptable. For you to be more adaptable, it might look like something completely different. It might look like being more open to other people's choice or other people's opinions. Um, for you, it might be, something like just not having a rigid schedule about things, but being more flexible. And when you show up to a time or place, is pay attention to what, again, your own process, your own drives, your behaviors, and how you choose, and like dissect where you can maybe be more adaptable in each of those areas. How can I be more adaptable in how I think and how I draw added my conclusions about things, my attitudes? Okay. And I'm always going to be talking about the ABCs for those of you who might be new here. The attitudes, behaviors, and choices. That's what drives our success. That's what drives our everything. That's what drives meaning in our lives, drives everything. Okay. Our attitudes, behaviors, and choices, our ABCs. So think about how you can be more adaptable in how you think. Okay. That A, and how you move and how you behave in the world, B, and then how you discern to decide what is right for you. Okay. How can you be more adaptable? How can you be more open to thinking or considering another choice? Okay. That's a lot of energy around that. Okay. Being open to considering an alternative way or an alternative choice. Okay. Some of us have a very rigid and linear way by which we move in life, and there's a need to be more adaptable. Okay. So take that message how it resonates for y'all independently. Um, Let me get to a card. Sorry, can y'all still see me? I'm just using this tabletop, but I want to show you the cards. Let's do this. Maybe. No, I don't think that's gonna work. I don't want to mess it up. Y'all, I'm trying to do this YouTube thing. It is quite a thing. Okay, quite a thing. But I'm gonna be adaptable. That's how I've been working too. Those messages slap you right back in the face. All right, so let's go here. All right, so let me turn it around because that's not helping. Boom. What's your honest truth? Okay. As we're talking about being adaptable, let's be clear about this word and this energy. Okay. This card said, "What's your honest truth?" Because I don't want it to be lost on you that being adaptable means like you completely compromise every aspect of your well being and everything that is important to you. It's like, no, it's like get to the heart of what's important to you. But just because someone isn't doing something a way that you would want it done doesn't mean that it's still not getting done effectively. Okay. It's like lens free glasses, you can just poke right in there. This "What's Your Honest Truth" card is like it's speaking to folks like myself. I feel like I'm just talking to myself every day I do a message. I'm just talking to myself. But the card says, "What's your honest truth?" from the standpoint of it's like sometimes we are rigid in ways and around things that really don't matter. It's like, for instance, the way my kids used to my boy used to wash the dishes. Okay, he would wash the dishes effectively, mostly, mostly effectively. effectively. He washed the dishes in like this kind of systematic way that worked for him. It helped. He got the job done every time he needed to get it done. He got it done effectively. Okay, but he didn't do it in quite the systematic way that I or even his sibling might have done it. It's like he did it in his way, which was effective. It wasn't in the way I might have done it, right? So that aside, it's like the honest truth is he got it done and it was effective. So it doesn't matter the how. But certain personalities, and that wasn't a sticking point for us, but it was an observation for me. Um, some of us, we have a very rigid way in which we function, okay? And there is more than ample opportunity to look for places to be adaptable, but it doesn't mean that you have to compromise what, as essence, is most important to you. So it doesn't mean you have to compromise in the quality of something. It doesn't mean you have to compromise in um, whether or not you take action towards something. It's like there's ways to be flexible that are non-compromising. Okay, like as Vic will say, it costs you nothing to do X, Y, or Z. Okay, it costs you nothing, but to be flexible in that way can be very accommodating to your audience or your partner, whoever you're in community with. Okay, but what's your honest truth means you've got to be clear about really what's important. Is what you're griping with or struggling with important, or is it petty? Okay, is it important or is it petty? And important is more like fundamental values, beliefs, kinds of things, like the essence of a thing, not an opinion. Okay, it's like making sure to draw that distinction. Okay. All right, so that's how we can be more adaptable. Okay, adaptable meaning still hold true to what's important to you, but where can you be flexible? Okay, or accommodating. Looking for ways to be accommodating. That's how you can master adaptability. Okay, looking for ways to be accommodating without compromising your truth. Okay, make sure you capture that whole part. Try to find ways to be accommodating without compromising your truth. Okay, all right. So there's something in that, in drawing the difference between like truth and an opinion. There's a fact and then there's an opinion, right? There's a fact and there's an opinion. So that's how you draw the difference in your honest truth. It's like getting to what is a fact. Okay. It's like it feels like it's in verse. It's like getting to your truth will help you identify is what you're standing on business with, is like, is it a fact that you need to stand on, or is it just your truth, which is really an opinion to someone else? Okay. I feel like I need to clarify that. Okay. I'm gonna trust it. All right. I have a message just coming up. I feel like I need to want to clarify it some more. Okay. What's your honest truth is a conclusion that you need to draw so that you can get to the source of a fact. Okay. Sometimes we are rigid in ways that are just around our truth. It's not necessarily a fact. Okay. Okay. You can still hold true to what is important to you in your truth. Okay. However, okay, the need to be accommodating has us discerning to decide, is this truth a fact for me? Like it is something that is infallible, or is this something that is more of a feeling? Okay. Is it a fact or is it a feeling? Okay. Okay, so it's layered. It's discerning truth as fact or feeling. Okay. Is your truth a fact or is it a feeling? So, facts meaning it must be done this way, it's rigid. A feeling can be flexible. Okay. Can be flexible. Ah, I feel like I want to just talk about that for the rest of the time. Okay. If y'all in the audience and you understand what's happening here, if you hollering to hear me, drop something in the comment. Okay. I feel like I want to flesh it out some more. Our truth is made up of facts and feelings. Okay. Discern to decide where you can be flexible. Okay. Discern to decide where you can be flexible. Okay. I want to still talk about it some more, but I'm gonna let it be. Trust the process. All right, let's see what else we got in this deck, and then I'm gonna switch gears. Uh, you are light. Okay. So this is interesting. So the card says you are light, and it's given all the vibes. It feels like not just like a reminder. Obviously, it's an affirming message, but it feels like a reminder of um, like distinction. Um, it's like a reminder that you are an example. It's a reminder that other people are watching and learning from you. It's like your light shines, like you stand out. You have clear distinction in this realm where people notice what you're doing and how you're doing it. Okay. And some of us are parents, and we know that from direct contact with our children that they always be watching us, even when we don't notice or may not remember that every nuance of our behavior is what they're consuming. So it's a lot of energy around paying attention to the fact that others are paying attention. Okay. And so this need to be adaptable is like, is this what you want to model? Okay. Is this the kind of behavior that you want to model for others? Okay. And it might be other peers or other leaders. It might be other whoever. It's like, is this the example? Is this the level of integrity and whatever goodwill or personal personal I don't know personableness. I don't know. It's like how personable are you? It's like how likable are you? And as much as I cringe at that. I understand the value of likability, right? There's no like trust, okay? Is people don't trust unless they can like you. They can't like you if they can't get to know you. So there's a process of discerning adaptability. Okay, that includes remembering and taking into account that's like others are watching. Is this behavior you want to model for others? Okay, and then that might not be part of your importance or part of your value system, but it's coming through this channeled message as remember you're a light bringer and a light bearer and a lighthouse. Others are watching you even though you're not even looking at them. Okay, so it's like modeling behavior that is flexible. Um, it's like this is a communal virtue. Okay, it's a communal virtue. Okay, okay, I receive. Okay. Last card I got from this deck says change maker make waves. Okay. So now they're taking us in the other contrasting direction of adaptability. Okay. When we talk about being flexible, we're not just talking about compromise and sacrifice and withholding or withdrawing. We're not just talking about that. We're talking about the opposite energy as well. It's like not just moving forward, okay, moving back, but moving forward, okay. Not just moving back, okay, but moving your energy forward. This card says change maker make waves. So when it comes to being adaptable, it's like this means doing something outside of your norm. Okay. It's an energy of stepping out of your comfort zone. It's clearly an energy of change. Okay. It's non-conformative change. Okay. In fact. Okay. It's a lot of energy around that. Okay. Change maker make waves is non-conformative change. So it's like doing things outside of the comfort zone, doing things outside of the norm. It's like putting your extra sauce on whatever you do that do it your way. Is do things that carve a new lane, that create a new path, that bring something fresh and new into an experience. Okay, it might be the same old routine, but the way you do it or the way you bring it into fold, it now breathes new life into it. So there's a lot of energy around remembering this, that adaptability is not just for the sake of loss, okay, or defeatism. It's like adaptability is like, as they say, three steps forward, two steps back. Like you're still going forward, even if you're dancing in that way. But adaptability would say, I want to go three steps forward and no steps back. Okay. I want to go three steps forward or maybe one step back. Like adaptability is like looking for where you can still show up in your truth and honesty, but also be compromising in a way that adds value to the situation, okay, or to the audience. Okay. It's that add value to the audience or whoever you're talking about benefits you. Okay. It's strategy. Okay. If nothing else. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Holla if you hear me. I love it. Okay. I'm trying to get away from this deck, but I think we got one more message in it. And then I got one or two from this other. And then we're going to tap out. And hopefully it saves today because it didn't save yesterday. What's this? Okay, it's a lot of energy around light. Let's see. Okay. As we're talking about being adaptable, being flexible. Okay. And again, it's not just about taking those steps back, but it's taking steps forward. So, how can you show up and be adaptable in new, bold ways? Okay. This is a reminder, and the word bold is really kind of resounding. It's bold, bold, be bold. Okay. Don't just do something different, be bold because your soul shines. Okay. And this is the thing is it's a lot of energy around. I told you light. Okay, I had light. You are light, and your soul shines. It's like this energy of. It's like knowing who you are, recognizing what you got, is knowing that you're special. It's it's knowing that you're special. It's knowing that you are here for good reason. You are here to do things. You are here to impact others. You are here to break curses. You are here to do the things. Like if you're listening to this message or you catch this replay, like know that you literally are here to do something with very good reason. And it's not just because other people can do it that you are doing it too. It's like you are set apart to do it. You are to do it. Okay. It's like other people can do what they're doing. They're supposed to do what they're doing, but they're not you. So you doing what you do is what carves the new lane. Nobody else is you. So as people be talking about, oh, the market is saturated. Oh, there's a million this and a 2 trillion that. The market is never going to be overwhelmed by you. You are the secret weapon. You're the secret sauce. You bring all the magic. It's not what you do, it's the how you do it. Okay, how you specifically do it. Okay, I really want to reiterate that, as you can hear it in my voice very emphatically. It's you, your soul has a mission, you have a purpose, you have a way of talking, of thinking, of walking, of reflecting, of engaging, of smiling. You have a way. Like it's you. Okay. Like if there's ever a time to be in your ego bag, it is to know that you have been given distinction to do a certain powerful work. I wanted to just say work. It's disrupted to say powerful work. Okay. A very powerful work. So, you know, I'm not here to make people believe in themselves. I'm just here to help you understand why you don't. Okay. There's nothing about this coaching process that I do that pours anything new into the person. It's more like removing all of the things that are blinding them from themselves. Like the essence is there. I don't put the essence in you, it's already given to you. Like that's the light. The light is yours. As my job is to help you uncover it, literally. Whew. Okay. Okay. I said there was no more. We're still going with this deck. Okay. It's a feeling, y'all. It's like when I get a feeling, I know when to put it down and move on, but it's like it's still communicating. Okay. What a great way to transition. Okay. Gratitude again. Okay. Gratitude again. So, what I'm taking from this is it's like some of you are familiar with the gratitude list, right? And I know I've started a couple in my time, and I'll get started on them and I'll write in them pretty good, pretty consistently for a little bit, and then I fall off. And then when I fall off, I don't typically circle back to it. I don't even have a list going right now. Okay. And that's call to action to create one. But this gratitude again card as it relates to adaptability, it feels like finding new things to be grateful for. Okay. It doesn't feel like going back to start at square one with the old list and rehash the things that you've already spoke to be grateful for. It's like pick it up now, here, today, and start. Okay. And challenge yourself to say something different every single time you hit the paper. And to say it with an authenticity, with an honesty, and a truth to it. Okay, it's like let it be a fact, not just a temporary feeling. Let it be a fact for you that yes, I am grateful for this. Okay, and connect with the why. You know, like they're showing me my incense holder as an example. As superficial as this is as a tool or a device or as anything in life, it's so superficial. But I will one day, I know, if not today, give thanks for this because it adds a convenience to my life and an aesthetic to my life and an energy to my life that I like. That feels good. As insignificant as it is, it keeps debris off my floor. It keeps me from having to sweep up ash. It adds a beautiful aroma to the space in a very beautiful way. And that adds to the energy that beautifies my life. I'm appreciative of that. And that might, to some of you, feel like, oh, that's a bit much. But is it? When we start to take away some of the conveniences that we modernly enjoy and we ignore that it is privilege, when we take away these things layer by layer by layer by layer by layer, then all of a sudden gratitude surfaces because then we have a perspective of what it's like to not have doors on our home or a roof that actually covers the top surface of our walls, or when the water might go out and there's no water to have, or the electricity. We don't appreciate these things until they're no more. If I don't have a soft, comfortable mattress, it's like, why wouldn't you show grace and thanks for that? Why would you not? Why would you ignore those things that you get to enjoy and you are grateful for? Why wouldn't you express gratitude again? Okay. So it's a lot of energy around paying attention to the more mundane things that we overlook in our gratitude. And this energy of what this has to do with being adaptable, it's like showing appreciation. Okay. Okay. So it's like they're drawing this connection between change and appreciation. Okay. So it's like showing appreciation is a way to practice adaptability because you are focused on what you can be grateful for. Okay. So it's like uh, this energy of gratitude allows you to shape shift in life faster, okay, to pivot faster when you can focus on not what is happening that you don't desire or prefer, but when you can go to what you're grateful for. We know that. Like we know that intellectually, we know that. It's like we do that subconsciously, but to do it consciously, to do it with intention, to pivot toward gratitude, to shift with life as life is happening is a strategy to use consciously. Okay. So I praise God for that message. That was very divine. Okay. I do have a card or two from this other deck. Wow. Yes, I received all of the things. Okay. Shout out to y'all for joining me today, of course. And we're going to be on here every weekday, 7 a.m. Pacific. 10 Eastern. Morning messages with Alani. I mean, all right. If you haven't already liked this video, please take a moment to like it. I'd appreciate you for it. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, do so at this time, because such good stuff coming. Good stuff coming. Community, culture, lifestyle, and apparel. Be Great Every Day, the channel. Woo! Hope you all are enjoying these morning messages. What's up? What's up? What's up? Thanks for joining the live, Najee. All right. Had a nice steady rain this morning. It's been beautiful. I actually bathed in the rain this morning. When it doesn't rain enough, we have a drought in the jungle. So we didn't have water last night. And then the city has to deliver water. So, or I say deliver, like, I don't know how it works underground, but I took a shower in the rain today, and it was amazing. It was amazing. All right, we're talking adaptability, but I feel something pivoting. So let me see what these chords are. Discipline and blame. Okay. So it feels like this is a particular focus on an area that we need to become more adaptable in. As I see these energies coming in, it says, I can accomplish what I set my mind to. That's what discipline says. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. And then blame. I accept responsibility for my well being. All right. So it feels like accountability is what it feels like. It feels like calls to action. It feels like I need to focus on these particular areas for being adaptable. Okay. So, um, I don't know what this, okay. Okay. So the word discipline is here. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So, so here's the thing, just because we can do that, okay, my mom used to say this, my dad used to say, they believe some of this. Yeah, you can do anything you set your mind to. Literally. That's all I ever heard. Okay. And that is true. I do understand that and believe that. But what they never told me was that everything that I set my mind to, I don't need to do. Okay. Just because I set my mind to it doesn't mean it's in my highest and best interest. It doesn't mean it serves me well. It doesn't mean it rewards me. It doesn't mean it's going to advance me. It doesn't mean anything. It just means that I've fixated on something and I can do it. And it's a lot of energy around being adaptable in this way. It's a lot of energy about paying attention around what you set your mind to. Again, those fixed thoughts, okay, that fixed focus. That fixed focus, okay. This energy of discipline, one would say, usually this feels like an energy of needing more structure or more rigidity, needing to actually focus. But this is coming through as a message of needing to be adaptable. So it feels like a need to be more carefree, dare I say, blase, a little bit more unbothered, a little bit more. Uh, or a little bit less restrictive. Okay. It feels like, giving yourself more grace, more compassion. It's like, I want to say, like, giving, like, letting yourself make it. That's how I see it for myself. It's like sometimes I can be really harsh and judgmental on myself. Like, I pressure myself to have done things right and perfect and this and that. And it's just like, nobody's dying. Nothing's, the world's not coming to an end just because you didn't get XYZ. It's like I have to remember to give myself some compassion, when it's easy to be fixed on a focus of what I want or an expectation of what I feel like I need or want. It's like I be fixed on that and forget, like, girl, it's not that serious. It don't have to be done then, or it don't have to be done ever. Or it doesn't have to be done like that. It's like this energy of discipline is a need to be more compassionate, okay, to add more grace, and mercy and tenderness, gentleness to what feels like our self talk. Okay. It feels like being more compassionate with ourselves. Okay. All right. So, this energy of needing to be more adaptable in that way feels like taking some of the pressure off, is what I want to say. Turning it down the volume a little bit. Okay. And it doesn't mean compromise, your expectations, but again, when we talk about what's our honest truth, what's fact versus a feeling, I just feel, and that's my inner dialogue. Well, I just feel like it should be da 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 da. Fill in the blank. Okay, I just feel like I'm not doing da 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 da. Okay, but is it a fact? Okay, or is it just a feeling? Is it a fact or is it a feeling? Okay, and if it's just a feeling, there's probably room to be flexible. Okay. There's probably some room to be flexible. But if the facts are that I feel this way and it's not ever going to change, if that is a fact that I'm declaring as my truth, then that is a fact. Then that is in fact your truth. Okay. But discerning to decide that difference. Okay. Woo. All right. I like this message. Real good. The other area for focus, as we're talking about adaptability, the first one was discipline. This one is blame. Okay. And it says, I accept responsibility for my well being. Okay. But the card says blame. I accept responsibility for my well being. So, this again is an area of needing to be adaptable. Okay. So, it's given all the vibes of, uh, so I was talking about this a little, well, it didn't say it, the live yesterday, I was talking about this. Um, this notion of blame and how anytime two people get in disagreement, um, each person most commonly will look at the disagreement from their perspective. Because we only look out, right? We look out. Okay. So the disagreement, as a matter of our own perspective, will be from in out. Okay. And when we practice things like understanding and empathy, then we go from out in, right? We're taking what they're thinking or saying and feeling, and then trying to understand, its impact and our impact on it. So, this energy of blame is like when you are looking at somebody that you're in a disagreement with, it's easy to see them, it's easy to blame and hold them accountable for whatever the discontent is. Okay. You're looking out at them to blame them. But the reality is that relationships are co-created. And in as much as you are seeing in them behaviors, there is also behaviors that are seen in you. Okay. And so, as a matter of personal responsibility, this area of needing to be more adaptable is not just looking out at what they're doing, but looking back at what you are doing. How are you contributing? How are you influencing? And this is very much some shit I'm working through actively in my life. I promise you, these messages I've been talking to myself. I naturally look out. All of us, we naturally look out. We can pinpoint everybody's everything. We can't give ourselves that same kind of objective observation. We're not watching ourselves as easily and readily as we're watching others. So, that need to kind of, one, remember that mirror effect. Whatever you see out there is a direct reflection of what it is that you are giving off. And so, there's an energy that is very much connected to taking personal and self accountability. Again, this need to be adaptable is a need to say, hey, what can I do differently? How can I show up differently? How can I press forward or move back, whatever the energy is? But it's what can I do to be more accommodating to this situation in a way that is effective for both of us, okay? And that meets my core needs still, okay? All right. So It's a lot of energy around looking back at yourself, like not just paying attention to how other people are showing up, but looking back at yourself. Okay, I received this message. This is very much okay. This is very much what I'm personally trying to do is to be more introspective. Is even though we think we are very self-aware, there's still always things that only other people can help us see in ourselves. And so paying attention to when those activations occur and taking it as an opportunity to learn, to grow, to strengthen, to evolve, to take it as a way to elevate yourself and not as a way to tear yourself down or tell yourself, uh, you know, uh, to tear yourself down. So a lot of energy around that. I received this very wholeheartedly. Hope you do too. I feel complete with these messages, y'all. These are the morning messages. I hope you chime in every single day. I'm going to do my best to keep these probably somewhere under an hour, very much 30 minutes an hour. And so we will be starting on time. So join me at the top of the hour, if you will, for the morning messages. I am Alami Bashir. I send y'all so much peace, love, and respect. I hope that you will, of course, take these daily messages into your day and let your focus be on adaptability. How can I be more flexible? In which ways can I be more adaptable? So if you respond to this journal prompt and you have anything cool to share, please DM me on Instagram or feel free to share in any of the platforms that you and I connect. Love y'all so much. Of course, I'll always say life doesn't have to be perfect in order for you to be great every day. All you got to do is make the conscious choice. So be great every day, no matter what. Peace.